I, realized I was going to be the first person in history to do this with just my feet. So I have been flying for 15 years, but I will never forget my solo flight. It was memorable. I just remember being so ready for it, but having nerves and being a little unsure of myself. My instructor signed me off, and I, realized I was going to be the first person in history to do this with just my feet. So I was a little bit nervous, but I just was so focused. And I taxied away, and my instructor came on the radio, and he said, first test out the radios, make sure you can stay in communication with me. And so I tested out the radios. I could hear him loud and clear, and we stayed in communication. And he came on the radio and said, go ahead and take off now. And I was so excited. My heart was pumping. And I finally got ready to take off, and I took off, and everything was going smoothly, and I was getting higher and higher and higher, so focused. It didn't even hit me that I was flying the plane alone. And then I turned my first crosswind turn, and all of a sudden I heard static. And I'm like, what's going on? This never happened in flight before. Is something wrong with my radio? And I started troubleshooting. I started to panic and think, well, my instructor asked me to stay in communication with him and make sure that I was on the radios the whole time, but something was wrong with my radios because all I could hear was static. And so I started to figure out what was going on. I couldn't figure it out. I kept going on the radio, and I said, I can't hear you, it's not coming through loud and clear. And then I could hear him all jarbled, and I started to stress out, and I could have lost control of the plane, but instead I remembered exactly what my instructor taught me. Fly the airplane first, everything else is second. And I sat up confidently, grabbed a hold of those controls, and I forgot all about the radios. And I came in to do the most beautiful landing on my solo flight. So climbing out of that plane was the most empowering moment, one of the most empowering moments of my life, knowing that I'm not just pilot in command of a plane, but pilot in command of my own life. And sometimes things are going to go wrong, but just remember that you are a pilot in command.